20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so welcome to another Buff on a Budget cooking session. So moving forward, we're going to be focusing on the Buff on a Budget cookbook, and I will put in the comment section of these weekly a recipe feedback form. So if you could please fill that out, that would be huge for me. Tonight we're going to be making a barbecue salmon salad with like a barbecue ranch dressing. We're going to be I'm using farm raised salmon from Costco. It was $7.99 a pound. I have a half an avocado here just because I don't want the full avocado. Of course, my screen is already tilting. I have a red onion and some grape tomatoes. And we are going to roast our salmon. We have some corn as well that we're going to roast. I've parboiled my corn, so that way I'm a little bit ahead in that sense. So you can nuke your, actually a really good way to cook your corn, believe it or not, is in the microwave, right? It actually is, what you can do is you can soak your corn in your husk and then throw it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes, and that will cook your corn. So that's a little hack for you.
Nice.
So I'm going to cut my salmon first and put it in my tray. I'm going to preheat my oven before anything to 425.
If
Make
I've
sure
already done the corn, do I need to still heat that for
Nope.
the and prep for the salmon or no?
Nope.
Okay.
You could just, if you're going to roast the corn, then you can put some corn in the oven to get some color. But if you don't plan to, then you don't need to.
It's like the easiest shucking of corn I ever had. After roasting it in the oven, it's amazing.
Right? You did what I sent you about earlier to just cook it in the husk, right? How easy it just comes right off, right?
Yeah, it's just popping right out. You don't having to like peel all the little bits off or anything like that. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna just take my salmon. I'll put it on the cutting board, and then I'll bring the cutting board over so you can see how I cut it.
Perfect. I'm gonna be cutting along with you.
Beautiful piece of salmon from Costco. So here's the beauty of this. You don't have to make it all. You can save some and make some salmon patties, right? Summertime. So you can throw those on the grill as well, because we talked about how some of these recipes are going to be for summertime, right? Seasonal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little extra skin. I don't know if you saw that, but that there's like a little bit of extra meat on the ends that's a little bit thinner. So I cut that off because it's going to overcook compared to the rest of the piece of fish, right? So I want the diameter of the fish to be pretty proportioned, right? So I don't want this like thin layer at the ends of it. So I cut the sides off, and I'll save it. I'm not going to throw it out. I could even cook it like this on the side. I'll season that, and then I'm going to cut my pieces. So about 4 finger lengths. For you, I would say about, for me, I would say about 3, because I have maybe a little bit bigger fingers than you. And I'm going to just cut those into proportioned pieces. About 4 ounces each one. And obviously, you don't have to be exact here. Also, you do want to feel in the middle for any little bones This one happened to have some. Usually they're deboned by the fishmonger for you, but you never know. You want to check. This one's got hanging bone. I wasn't expecting this, so normally I would have a tweezer on hand to get this out. Oh, I got it. There you go. What we call a hanger. So this one's a little bit smaller. This one will be for Jack. So in the corner of my pan, I put my discarded salmon, right? And again, it's you can make it, put this on your salad as well. It's just not gonna look as, let's say, as a whole piece compared to the rest of them. Right, because we eat with our eyes first. So
Yeah.
the nicer pieces we do want to, you know, we do want to keep for the guests, or let's say the main dish that we're gonna make. Also, just easier to portion out for ourselves as we prepare a full meal. We don't want to be taking little pieces and trying to figure out 6 ounces here, 4 ounces there. So I have salt on my dish.
I think I need to sharpen my knives.
Remember, we gotta get, it's all about those 3 important knives, right? That butcher knife, right? That fillet knife, right? That's one. The chef's knife, the 10-inch, 8 to 10-inch chef knife. And then we want to have a nice solid paring knife. But definitely, if we're eating a lot of protein, we want to make sure that we have enough. And good knives, enough sharpness in the blade.
The most dangerous thing in the kitchen is a dull knife.
That's right. So I've salted and peppered my, you can see here, I threw the, it almost looks like a little challah roll in the corner.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And that's it. And my oven's still preheating in that time. Now you could also put barbecue sauce on the salmon ahead of time if you wanted to. The reason I don't is because we may want salmon a different way, right? So we don't have to cook, especially, again, I'm a very big fan of buying my fish at Costco, so I'm buying usually a much more quantity than I would need for one serving. So sometimes I'll just season it with salt and pepper, and then maybe the second and third time I have it, I'll put different dressings on it. So here in this bowl I have, while my oven is preheated and I've cut my salmon and seasoned it, I have in a bowl 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt and 1 tablespoon, I'm using the smoked honey barbecue sauce from Hunt. You can use any sauce. This happens to be what I have in the fridge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that with I would say first with a spoon, but then we're going to grab either a whisk or a fork because we need. Grab a fork just to make it easier for the rest. And then we're going to grab our extra virgin olive oil. Just
Tablespoons barbecue sauce, 1 tablespoon Greek yogurt.
one tablespoon Greek yogurt, one barbecue sauce.
Oh,
All right.
101.
Okay. You could do 2. I like to do sometimes 2 of the Greek yogurt and 1 of the barbecue. Some people like to do 2 of the barbecue and 1 of the yogurt. It depends on your flavor profile. and how creamy you want it versus how liquidy you want it, right? Some people don't like that Greek yogurt flavor, or they're not used to that as much. That already tastes so good just tasting that spoon. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So I'm gonna mix as I add my extra virgin olive oil. Mix really, really well. I'm gonna add about half a cup. So just keep adding a little bit at a time. Mix it in.
Just FYI, we got some lovely thunderstorms here still. So if I disappear, you know why.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's about a quarter. A little bit more. All right. I've got a beautiful barbecue ranch dressing that I just made. That is super quick. Show you what that looks like.
Some.
You see, it's still got a little bit of thickness to it. I can add water if I want. I can add more oil. I'm actually, for mine, I'm gonna add just a teaspoon of water. Just make that. So water is truth. As Thomas, Thomas, oh, my oven's ready. Thomas Keller likes to say, water aerates the food. And when you have more air in the food, you're able to taste the flavors of what you're putting in. So anything you add water to, look at this beautiful, I have the perfect consistency I want now. Look at that. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect dressing. Look at that. Nice and runny. That's the consistency I want.
Got it.
And then we can taste that. And we can see how much salt or if we need more. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna add just a smidge more barbecue sauce to mine. Just a little bit of salt. So my fish, now that my dressing is done and my oven is preheated, going in the oven, and we're gonna set that to 14 minutes. The dressing is done. It can go off to the side, let it sit, get that flavor to keep going, to marry more.
So fish went in the oven with just salt and pepper on it.
Yes, because here's the deal. If that's my fish, you can add this dressing onto your fish and put it in the oven, right? You can just add barbecue sauce. You could do paprika and brown sugar. Because I had so many pieces, I don't want to limit myself to just one dish. So the salmon can get the dressings from this. I can get a different dressing from, let's say, a teriyaki. I can do a sesame dressing. I can do a herb and like a lemon dill dressing. But now I've had my salmon. I have my. I don't have to. I'm not limited to just the barbecue. Now, if I have just two pieces of salmon, just the two serving sizes, then yes, you can then. Yeah. So there you go. You don't want to have 5 times the same thing. You can if you really, really like it. It's great. what I forgot, I'm gonna throw my corn into the oven alongside the
My corn is
uh,
good. I might give it some. Well, the after the salmon comes out, because could I pop my corn under the broiler just for some
Yep.
color because it's already cooked.
Yep, absolutely. Mine is also already cooked in the broiler. I will be right back. I'm gonna go get my lettuce fresh from my garden.
Oh yeah.
I have beautiful bib lettuce. Excited to show off this beautiful head of lettuce.
Yeah.
Look at that, straight from the garden.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful, right? Look at that.
It's gonna be so good.
Bet your ass, girl. All right, I'm gonna break that bottom off. Put it everywhere. Get rinsed into the water. These are just beautiful leaves. Dry for a minute. Beautiful lettuce.
Is
Super
salmon
excited.
going in without any fat, right? It's just the salt and pepper on there.
Just salt and
going
pepper. Yeah, no, the salmon's got plenty of fat in it.
That's what I thought.
Clean off any dirt I have here. So, you know, buff on a budget, you plant your own lettuce, save yourself a ton of money.
Yep.
Do you have any, you guys have a house or an apartment?
House.
So do you have any space for gardening, or that's not, you're not a green thumb?
I'm not really a green thumb. My mom is, and she'll give me stuff from her garden. Like she's given me kale and lettuce and carrots
Awesome.
and tons of stuff. But we have the space. We have a fig tree back there that thankfully did survive snowpocalypse, and it's coming back. But it's only coming back near the base of the tree. So, but yeah, I'm not a super green thumb.
All right, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are in business. We are in business. So I got my bowl. So I don't like to take a knife to lettuce. I want to rip it with my hands.
Edges, right?
Correct. It oxidizes the lettuce.
Like that whole slice it or
so break my lettuce apart.
just snap it in.
That's no biggie. Mine has 9 minutes to go. So my lettuce is in. I don't like too much lettuce. All right, so I got my avocado. I'm going to just use a half an avocado because that's what I have here. I don't want to open up another one. Take all my brown off. If you could for me, Sarah, when you get a chance, just mute your mic.
Yes, so sorry. I'm
Sorry.
clattering around over here.
That's okay. It's okay. No apologies. So I have my knife, cut into that avocado, turn safely, get the seed out. Teaspoon from the top down to the, like clockwise and comes right out. And I'm going to rinsed off my tomatoes already. Just a little over half a dozen tomatoes. Some bigger than others. Rinse that off real quick. Just fell. All right, so I'm just gonna quarter my tomatoes, no matter what size they are, so that way you get different bites along the way, different textures, colors, makes the dish look a lot nicer when it's done. And what's nice about this, again, is super quick. You're getting, a full meal, right? Our first full meal that we're creating for ourselves. This one's a little bigger. Extra cut. So it's slowly evolving, right? And learning, okay, this is gonna be around 500 calories. Nice low calorie meal for us to start with. High protein, 40 grams of protein total. I'm getting a good amount of vegetables. So some micronutrients as well. And we're creating a new dressing, right? We're using a new technique to create a nice, delicious barbecue ranch dressing that we can use either on a salad or just over our chicken, or mix it with some corn and black beans, right? Just with principles. I'm going to square my onion a bit into 1/2-inch pieces. I'm just going to use a 1/2 an onion. So I'm actually going to put some pickled jalapenos as well in mine. I'm going to open up my black olives. So here I'm going to have tomatoes, avocado, red onion, black olives, and the corn and jalapenos. So these are not marinated black olives. These are just regular black pitted olives. They're not marinated in any oils or anything like that. It's not for this kind of salad. I'm just gonna quickly, and not perfect, just because they cut pretty quickly. Just give them a quick chop down the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect. My neighbor's washing down his backyard, but we're having like gigantic rainstorms here. We're in the middle of a rainstorm as I hear him washing.
It's like going outside washing your car in the rainstorm.
Literally, that's what he's doing.
He's sticking to his schedule.
Oh yeah. All right. So I got my salad. Just waiting for my corn to come out of the oven and my salmon. I'm gonna go grab my jalapenos. Like my pickled jalapenos in a salad like this. That Western flavor, right? That Southwest flavor jalapenos are big proponent. Spicy in the South. I know that I didn't put this into the recipe. My apologies. But guess what? If you like pickled jalapenos, you're going to have them. You don't need me to tell you to put it in your recipe, right? That's the beauty of these recipes. Is I have about a tablespoon pickled jalapenos here going in. That's the beauty of these recipes, is that you have to learn to make them to your liking, to your flavors, because otherwise you won't make them again. There'll be a one-time shot. The whole point of these is, how can we learn, hey, I have 500 calories still to hit, and I still got to hit like a good 30 to 40 grams of protein. What can I make for dinner? Boom, barbecue salmon salad with, it's the salmon is only, let's say, 33 grams of protein, but the other 7 grams of protein comes from the vegetables. I'm using here probably a little bit less because I'm not using spinach, but still, high protein meal, low calorie, super nutrient dense, right? That's like the idea when people say, hey, if you want to get strong or you want to lose weight, you got to eat nutrient dense meals. Well, that's what we have for you. High protein, high fat salmon, right? Delicious, low carbs with the salad, and a new flavor with that barbecue ranch dressing that we just made. Any questions, Sarah?
So to make sure I'm following the dressing, you keep saying barbecue ranch. All I added was the Greek yogurt and olive oil, right? There's to the barbecue sauce, right? That's our dressing.
Yeah. And okay, that's beautiful. But what does it look like to you? Ranch dressing, right?
Yeah. Yes. So I added more barbecue sauce though, because Eric's not big on fish. So I'm like, all right, more barbecue to really kind of come at it that way.
Exactly. Beautiful. And that's, again, the essence of these recipes is you're gonna make them based on what works for not just your schedule, your budget, but your flavor profiles. And that's why, hey, I say, like, don't rush to season all the salmon with the same barbecue, because it may be really, really, really delicious, but you may get tired of it after 2 meals, So make 5 of it, it's a lot. So my corn's going in nice and hot. I don't care. I usually would let it cool, but I am hungry. Tanya is as well. Man, the smell that's coming out of that bowl is just so fragrant, so delicious. I can't wait to dig in. I'm gonna put, and this is what I would recommend. You take maybe like one, let's say I have here about 3 to 4 tablespoons of my dressing. So I'm gonna take 1 tablespoon, just one, and I'm gonna mix this out. So that way I know at least everything has a little bit of the dressing. So it's not swimming in dressing, but everything has the flavor. I know that all the flavors are marrying together. Unison and synchronicity. Oh, you could add cheese to this if you like cheese. Some sharp cheddar would be nice, or shredded Monterey Jack.
We get the Tillamook from Costco, and I'm sure Eric will be adding. Eric likes cheese on a lot of things, so I'm sure he'll be adding cheese to this.
There you go. All right. All right, my salad is done. My salmon is done. I will plate it up so we can appreciate its beauty. Plate it up for Tanya so she can eat.
Tanya doesn't like onions in things, right? Like raw onions.
No,
It's gotta be like
no. Cooked onions, she doesn't like. Raw onions, she'll eat.
Got it. I'm like the opposite.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is about the cooked onions.
She'll have it. It's too sweet for her, and the texture feels very like rubbery.
Oh, I can see that.
Which is funny because she loves octopus. And that's like one of the most, it can get so rubbery so easily.
That and calamari, similar kind of texture if it's not cooked right.
That's right.
It's so good when it's done right.
That's right. All right. Check us out. Sarah, Kali, my B.O.B. buddy for this evening.
I can't wait to see. My salmon's almost done, but I'm like drooling already.
Check that out.
Ooh. Nice. That's beautiful.
Nice little drizzle of the sauce on top, you see? So the salmon's got all the flavor. Because I just lightly dressed the dressing, I don't have to put so much dressing on the salad, right? The salmon is going to be nice and moist, perfectly cooked. And that's it. So this is our barbecue ranch salmon salad. Black olives, tomatoes, corn, jalapenos. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Awesome. Thank you, Amir.
Thank you.
I'm fully confident I can just whip the rest of this together. Like this is just, it comes together so quickly.
Yeah, beautiful. Like, I mean, we did a lot of talking, but in 30 minutes, we made a full, beautiful dinner for ourselves. So really appreciate you joining me for another session. And, again, this is a big courtesy to you because you were pushing me to do this with you, and we made it happen. And look how great some of the things we're going to make even the cookbook even better, because like today it came out better than the first time I made it. And that's what I want.
I'm happy to be your guinea pig here and give feedback. And I like the recipe feedback form too. So we can just help you finesse and let you know, like, hey, I'm confused about this part or that sort of thing.
Exactly.
So really appreciate you, Amir.
Really appreciate you as well, my dear. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and say hi to Eric for me. And I will see you next Sunday. No BOB because it's Jack's birthday. So maybe we'll move it to like Friday or Saturday. We'll see.
Okay, cool. Happy birthday to Jack. I will say hello to Eric, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.
Enjoy. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.